Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this episode we are going to take a look at a new dockless Switch dock from Brook Gaming, designed, well, for the Nintendo Switch. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions. Now, before we get started with today's episode, I just want to take a moment and say thank you for stopping by and checking out our video that we have here today. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of the other videos that we have on the channel, including playlists for the Switch Lite, accessories, and more products from Brook Gaming. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, that way every time we upload content, you're kept up to date and informed. And give us a thumbs up if you like what you see here. What I want to know from you here today in this episode, so this is Biolab Wars behind me, and we will actually be testing it out in this very video. I recently saw Captain Algebra, and if you haven't subscribed to Cap yet, check his channel out up there, give him a subscribe as well. He's got great stuff. I want to know, this is supposed to be a Contra clone, have you ever played it? And if so, what do you think? I'm interested to see. I have yet to play it as of this video, so you're going to see my first experience with it here in this episode. So the folks over at Brook Gaming, they have recently sent us the Switch HDMI cable, and this is, as I mentioned in the intro, a dockless Nintendo Switch dock. What does that mean? Well, instead of having a big hunk of plastic that you have to haul around with you, you have just this nice small cable that should do everything for you to connect to a modern flat panel TV. Now, if Brook sounds familiar, it's because they're the same folks that make the Power Bay, and I love this dock. One of the things I love most about it, above and beyond the styling, it looks like a GameCube. It's awesome, and it has GameCube controller ports on it, built-in Bluetooth audio support too, so that's pretty cool. I've been a fan of their products for quite some time. One of our first videos, we installed the Brook Gaming Nincade into our NES Classic Edition, right? NES Classic, yeah. And that allowed us to use like 8-bit DOE and PS3 controllers with our NES Classic Edition wirelessly. Really cool stuff. So they sent us this guy here to check out, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw it on the bench, see how it comes out of the box, and we're going to do some testing with it. Now, one of the things, just to give you a heads up on this cable, is one of the cool things Brook has done is they offer basically a warranty. I know many people are worried about using third-party docks and having it damage their Switch. They believe in this product so much and the power supply in here that they are standing behind it with a warranty that if you use this and it damages your Switch, they'll replace your Switch. So good on them for standing behind their product and having the confidence to go ahead and do so. Let's go ahead, let's hit the bench, let's check this out. Taking a look at the box, you can see it has like the blue and red styling of the Switch itself, which is, I mean, it's a nice, attractive look on here. Pretty simple as far as the box art. Simple connect, simple play. On this side here, Switch HDMI cable includes one cable, one AC adapter. On the back, it shows you exactly how to go ahead and get everything connected. HDMI to TV, USB Type-C to your Switch, and then the other side goes to your charger that's included. For the HDMI cable portion of it itself, it is HDMI 1.4, input 110 to 40 volt. Output looks to be 5 volts, 3 amps, which is a little bit high, but here's the thing is, it's better to have more current than what you need. It'll help keep the power supply cooler. The unit will only draw whatever it needs, so you want to match the voltage, so 5 volts, perfect. Going over to 3 amp instead of 2.5 or 2.6, whatever the Switch requires, that should be okay. Back to the front, let's open it up. And there's just a single seal here on the side. Single seal on the side. Is that onomatopoeia? Is that what that's called? No, that's alliteration. Someone in the comments, let me know, what's onomatopoeia again? So inside we have, wow, that brick is actually really small. So here's the power brick itself. Here again, basically just echoes everything that's on the back of the box. I do like the fact that the prongs swing in and out, so it's easier to take with you, and you don't have to worry about the prongs getting bent up. I'm really liking that. And again, just their logo here of the chameleon, not to be confused with the Coleco chameleon. Okay, one thing I will tell you I really like is the fact that it's got this hook and loop to keep everything together. It sounds like a simple and stupid thing to like, but I do appreciate that. Wire ties are a pain in the rear. Nice braided cable on here too. I don't know if you can see that, but that's actually a braided instead of like a rubberized or a plastic exterior cable on here. It has some protective film on there. The overall length of the cable is about 4 feet long, so a little bit on the short side. I wish it was longer. Now it's important to note that since both connections are USB-C, they do call out which should be going to the charger and which should be going to the switch. The switch connector is also wider than the charger connector as far as the insulation around it. So they do give you enough visual cues to let you know which needs to be plugged into where. And then to plug in the charger, just like that, plug this into the outlet. That side obviously will get plugged into the switch. And then the HDMI straight into your television. So what I'm gonna do here, this is my Liebherr portable monitor. I love this thing, I use it daily. It does take an HDMI mini port on the side. I actually have an adapter right here. I wanna see if this will power off the HDMI as well, or if I'll need a separate power source. I think I need a separate power source if I'm going into HDMI. Plug it into the switch. Yeah, I do need to have a separate power cable for the monitor. That's fine. That's just one of the things I wanted to experiment with. So what we're going to do, we're going to hook this up to the capture card. We're going to see how it looks, see how it plays, see if there's any lag or latency that we need to worry about with something like this. But we can already see it's charging the system, so that's a good start. So everything is set up, ready to go. Now, one thing I will say, again, I think the cables are too short. I have to lay my switch on the floor right now to go to my capture card and everything like that. We are using the Hapog, and I guess that's how it's pronounced. Thanks everyone who watched that video to let me know. Our Hapog PVR60 Pro. I have changed some of the settings since the last time that we visited this unit. So we are going to dive into Biolab Wars. So we can choose between Finn, Becca, and Teddy. We'll do Finn. Now, I'm seeing an occasional flicker here on my end, so I don't know if that's just me or if that's coming through the capture, so we'll see. So A is shoot, B is jump. Oh, it's like the shotgun in Contra. Colors and everything look good. I'm not feeling any lag, any delay. Although there again, the screen blanked out on me. Colors look vibrant, the sound is good. Oh, I died. All right, we'll try that one more time. So I am thinking that it may just be my TV because, no, it did stop recording. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bypass my switcher altogether and go straight into my capture card and see if that fixes the problem. All right, so I've now bypassed my HDMI switcher altogether, gone straight into the Hapog capture card, and we are going to try from the beginning and see if we have any similar issues to what we just experienced. Upper left-hand corner, you only have so much ammo. That's good to know. Yeah, not having any issues now. That's a good thing. And I mean, no appreciable lag, delay, latency along those lines. Feels very responsive. Ah, perfect. So we're getting the things coming out and we're getting the boss's head. We beat our first boss. Very cool. Yeah, it has that Contra feel to it. Cannot argue that. Let's go to Super Mario 35th. Now that's challenging because, again, lag, latency, delay. You need to have a responsive playthrough, capture, stream, whatever you want to call it. So that you're not running into things that you shouldn't be, that you're making jumps that you need to be, because things can happen fast and furious in this. We're going to go to the 35 player battle real quick. For those interested as well, I will have my Switch friend code listed down in the more info section. And I'm one of those where when I'm playing, I go after those who are attacking me. A couple of people already knocked out. Now, for a controller, I am using the KMD Pro controller. I've talked in the past how much I adore this controller. It works great. It's comfortable. It just works well. Oh, I was hitting to shoot at him and it didn't work. Oh, damn, and I really could use fireball here. Let's see if I can get a fireball back here. That'll work too. At least we were able to send some enemies to some of the other boards. I happen to be okay. We're back to level 1-1. See, this to me becomes more fun when there's stuff that other people have sent to the board because I can send it back at them. Oh, I bit myself a couple times there. I got 16, 15, 14, 13. I think we're going to be dead here in a second. Yeah! Okay, decent run on Mario 35th. One of the games I always like to test out with any cable or dock or anything like that, Street Fighter. It's one of those where you can instantly tell if there's lag, delay, latency, if you have problems pulling off certain moves. And as always, we're taking Ryu. We're going against T-Hawk. This T-Hawk is like Guile I'm terrible against. Ah, that would have been a good one to pull off the Dragon Uppercut for. Damn! Look how close that was. Oh, we got him on the ropes, maybe. Okay, going to the third one here. Feeling responsive. It looks good, too. That's the biggest thing, is it does look good on my TV. Yes, I am that guy that just goes ahead and does the same move as often as possible, hoping to catch you as many times as I can. Got him with the Dragon Uppercut! Yes! Alright, we're going to wrap things up. So, time for final thoughts. What do I think of the Switch HDMI cable from Brook Gaming? Well, first and foremost, the fact that all three connectors have a metal shroud around them, I really like that. That's going to make it super durable and last for quite some time. The fact that it does include a power supply is nice. I like the braided cabling on here too. Should be a little bit more robust and, able to withstand being, wrapped up like this and thrown in a suitcase and a laptop bag, things along those lines. I think those are all good things about this cable, and it works. I mean, sound quality is good, video quality is good, no lag or latency introduced. Pretty good cable as far as the performance goes. What I'd like to see improved upon this is, first and foremost, this is way too short. I'm thinking that I'm going to be using this in a hotel, and just reaching around to the back of the TV a lot of times can be a pain, and this power cable should be at least the same length as the one going into the Switch itself. I understand partially why they did this, why they're different lengths, so that the shorter one is the charge cable, the longer one goes into the Switch. Overall, double the length on this and I would be happy. This to me is about half the length that it really should be. The weird issue that I had going through my HDMI switch box, where I was losing the picture every once in a while, that was a bit weird, but as I mentioned during the gameplay, if you are using something like this, you're probably not using this as a daily driver. You're using this on the go, so you wouldn't be going through a switcher box. Once I bypassed my switch box, went straight into the Hauppauge PVR60 Pro, worked just fine. One final thing, and this is more of a personal preference, I wish that the connector for the power supply, I wish this would be female and not male. Or that it would have basically a female to female coupler. And here's why. For those of you out there who still are worried about using a third-party power supply with your Switch, completely understandable, I get the concern. I would like the ability to use the OEM Nintendo power supply with this if I so desired. Now, if I had a female connector on here, I could plug right in and be good to go. Since this is a male, the only option that I have is going into this included power supply. One thing that may bother some people is the fact that it is USB-C, pretty much ties you to that power supply. But that's also a good thing too, because then you make sure that you use something that is warranted and tested. And that's a great thing that Brook is doing with this too. If you do have any issues with your Switch because you've used this, they're going to take care of you. Here's the certificate of warranty on screen right now for you to check out. This isn't just puff, this isn't smoke. They stand behind their products. And I will tell you, anytime I have had any questions about their products, any questions about the way things are working, they've worked great with me to be able to answer questions. Like, for example, during our review of the Brook Power Bay, we ran into some initial issues with using the M cable. We talked back and forth, and basically they got me figured out so that I'm able to use the M cable with this. Works great now. So if you have any questions with them, with any of their products, don't hesitate to reach out to them. They are a great group that are here to help the gaming community. Kind of like I am here too, to help the gaming community. I hope that you've enjoyed what we've shown you here today on the Brook Gaming Switch HDMI cable. Now, if there are any other questions that you do have, by all means, please feel free to leave them down below. You can also go ahead and send me an email at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below in a pinned comment to where you can pick this up through our Amazon affiliate store. No discounts or anything like that on there, but it does help support the channel. Now, as we are getting to the end of this, I know many of you might be wondering, hey, how does this compare to a very similar cable from Yoke? Well, I will tell you, I actually wound up returning the Yoke cable. I wasn't very impressed with it. Now, that does have a longer lead than what this one here does, but I was getting some funky issues a little bit with the color. This overall is a better performing cable than what the Yoke one was, and for roughly the same amount of money. I think this is overall a better quality cable if you are looking to compare the two. My name is Gary, this has been Rock Solid Productions and our look at the Brook Gaming Switch HDMI cable. I thank you for watching this episode. Hey, if you want, check out some of the episodes that we have coming up right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more.